It's a new fucking meaning of back to back. Fucking here today. Welcome back. Episode 374 of the Nitty Gritty Sports Talk Radio Show. I go by the name of Roscoe English, and I'm here with the flock. Y'all still want to be called the flock?
All the time, nigga. Come on.
All the time. All the time. My man Keys is in the building. Say what's up, Keys.
What's going on? How y'all feeling out there?
My man Nick. Talk to the people, Nick.
What's up, y'all?
Last but certainly not least, Keith PJ.
Let's go. Remain still.
Fucking offense was still.
Get your shit off, Skull. You know you want to.
See, these niggas came in here. They was dressed in all black. I think it was after the Cardinals or one of them losses, right? They said the Steelers are dead. It's a funeral. Bury them. Cool. I took that. But I said, I'm going to get y'all back.
We hear President
and I said, I'm going to get y'all back. I said, I'm going to get y'all back. No.
We hear President right now.
I said, I'm going to get y'all back because if y'all don't win the Super Bowl, and this was the fucking year to do it, if y'all don't win the Super Bowl, y'all was going to hear from me because y'all talked a lot of shit all year. And you know what I said? What you going to do in the playoffs? Probably the same shit that you always do. Nah, it's different. Todd Monken. Saturday, I said, yo, that championship pedigree. Yo, you still got John Harbaugh. For those who was living under a rock over the weekend, the Chiefs came into the bank after y'all put them out Owens Mills. Why was they out Owens Mills?
That was on them.
That's on them, nigga. You gotta ask them that.
Yeah, man.
Owens Mills.
Yeah, man. Why was they near Costco? Chiefs came all the way from Costco, beat the Ravens 17-10 in the AFC Championship game. Number 1 seed went down to the number 3 seed. All those wins to get home field advantage, to put up 10 points. Look at that. I was hoping one of them motherfuckers did the strut. I was hoping one of them niggas did the strut.
Get this shit started, man. I ain't got all night.
Right. Could we go break down the game or you just what we doing?
On y'all. It's on y'all.
I mean, usually you kick it to us. I guess it's different.
It's on y'all.
But cool.
I'm just I'm admiring the work.
Cool. Yes. I mean, so like I said,
don't get mad at me. Get mad at your quarterback.
I'm not mad at you. I mean, you usually kick it to us. You doing all that talking for what?
I'm mad at that. What you mean? Oh, no. Oh, whoa. No, don't do that. Because first of all, we beat you twice, so I can talk. But you got all the way there.
This is why you don't rest starters.
All the way there.
I'm breaking down.
You got all the way there. Blame Lamar. If Lamar did his job, I'm quiet today.
You ain't never break down the game. You don't know what I'm gonna say about the game.
Oh, I know what you're gonna say.
What?
These 4 eyes seen it.
What I'm gonna say?
That y'all fucking suck. That's what you're gonna say. That's what I hope you say. That's what I hope you say.
I'm not gonna say that, but anyway,
that's what I hope you say.
Yeah, I mean, you can't. Like I said, you did things all year that you didn't do. You can't. You was uncharacteristic, uncharacteristic as a team, undisciplined. That comes from the top to bottom. I think the defense got it together in the second half, but both game plans were bad. That was the definition of the game. Everybody that when we came to the show on Friday, we talked about the greatest quarterback that is Pat Mahomes or whatever. You came out in the first half and you zoned him. I mean, all 4 of us know you can't zone Pat Mahomes. It was a bad game plan. It was a horrible game plan. And we just talked about a pre-show. The score was, everybody was saying the score was 14-7. You felt like you was down more than that because the way they was moving the ball, the way they was going up and down the field. You had to become one-dimensional because you felt like you had to match that. You felt like you had to go up and down the field with them, and you abandoned the run. So, like I said, credit to the defense for getting it together in the second half, I guess. But I feel like the game was really lost when you let them go up and down the field 2 times like that. Like you gave them every single minute. We took the crowd complete out the game pretty much. And I didn't understand the game plan. I didn't understand zoning them. I didn't understand, letting Mahomes sit back there and throw the ball. Because like I said, you played man the whole second half and you still was able to get the pressure. You had that game plan from coming out, they probably wouldn't have scored. Let's be real, they probably wouldn't have scored. And then so we can switch to, like I said, so shout out defense. They got it together. They ain't let up no second half points. You can't really sneeze at that. You can let them know you held them 17 points. They score all that 17 points for 14 on the first 2 drives, and then you gave up 3 because you get 2 dumbass 15-yard penalties being undisciplined. Not on the refs. They were good calls. You smacking Mahomes in the face. Van Noy playing beyond the whistle. You gotta let Kelsey talk. It's stupid. It was stupid penalties. And to the offensive side of the ball, you reverted back to old Lamar. You reverted back to old football. Not keeping your eyes disciplined, not going through your reads. Not escaping the pocket when you should have. Not taking what all year he has taken what the defense has given him all year. And yesterday he decided not to take the defense given him. Monk didn't change the game plan. They didn't make no adjustments. They didn't start throwing it to the back. They didn't start running screens. I didn't see a slant all day. I didn't see one slant. They bring in pressure. You throw behind the pressure. It wasn't done. They kept on trying to run these 10 to 12-yard routes. And like you said, they were sticky all night. So Lamar didn't play well. We can put that out there. He didn't play well. Could have played better. If he played better, could potentially win the game, because like I said, your defense did what they had to do the second half. They scored 17. They did not score the second half, so it was all on offense, and offense didn't do what they had to do. You could say I expected them to make adjustments as far as the way the Chiefs was defending in the second half, and they didn't. Kept the same game plan. They didn't run the ball like they should have. Like I said, they didn't check it down. Zay fumbling on the shit that didn't happen all year. That shit decided it popped his Raiders ugly head in the AFC Championship game. And once again, when you playing teams like Mahomes, you playing teams like the Chiefs, you're playing great quarterbacks. You cannot make those mistakes. You limit those mistakes. Like I said, you give yourself a great chance to win the game, because, like I said, the defense all year they've been making adjustments. They made the adjustments, and the offense didn't make the adjustments, and that's really the game. Because as great as Mahomes was in that first 2 drives, he didn't do nothing for the rest of the game. You legit shut him down for the rest of the game, which is, I don't understand the game plan. You can watch any film on Mahomes and realize you cannot zone him. You can play coverage without zoning. I didn't get the game plan, and I really think coming out like that and giving him momentum and getting Kelsey going was a game. It was a game. It was going to be hard to come back and steal that momentum back, even with the crowd, because you didn't change the offensive game plan. I'm still, and like I said, I think it comes from top down. I think it's John Harbaugh on down. He didn't have them ready to play. I don't think they was ready to play. I think they was very, very undisciplined. I think they was too hyped up. Very, very undisciplined. 4 or 5 15-yard penalties? Like, it's ridiculous. That's ridiculous in the AFC Championship game. Especially when you ain't played that way all year. You ain't played that way all year. You ain't make them uncharacteristic mistakes all year. They just played bad. The Chiefs deserved to win the game. The Ravens, they played bad. I'm not gonna sit here and say, they gave it away this, that, and the third. They played bad, and the game plans, both offensively and defensively, wasn't good enough to win.
Yeah, yeah, Keys. I definitely echo your sentiments. I mean, first I want to give congratulations to the Kansas City Chiefs. They seem to live in the Super Bowl. This is Mulatto Mahomes' 4th Super Bowl. Half-White Jordan he's Jordan, man. He's Jordan of the 90s, and there's going to be a lot of quarterbacks that end up becoming Charles Barkley's and Pat Ewing's because of it. And that's why, you can't criticize other quarterbacks for their shortcomings, because we haven't done shit either. And honestly, those other quarterbacks play better when they face up with Mahomes. I mean, Jesus Christ, yesterday was atrocious, sitting in those stands, having to take that walk of shame back to the car. None of that was nice. None of that made me feel warm and fuzzy inside. But as far as the game is concerned, I was concerned from the coin flip. As soon as the Chiefs won the coin flip and said, "Nah, we're gonna defer. We want them to receive." From that point on, I was concerned. What did we do? The first possession, first drive of the game, we go 3 and out. That's uncharacteristic of us. I wasn't expecting to score, didn't need to score, but a 3 and out, that just shows you where we were mentally, right? Not to even get a first down in that situation. A 3 and out not only gives their defense life, but it also gives their offense life. Like, not only did we stop them from scoring, but we're going to get the ball coming out of halftime. And what do? They march right up down the field. And Mahomes, I mean, that first touchdown to Kelsey, that was one of the best throws I've ever seen. And I saw it live. I saw how it formed. I saw where the ball was thrown. I saw how it was placed. I saw the adjustment he made on Kyle Hamilton, and just that was just two Hall of Famers playing pitch and catch. It was just amazing and disheartening at the same token. So you see that, and then we were able to respond. That was one thing that I did like to see. At that point, I thought, okay, this has the feel of a shootout, and I think we approached it that way as well early on. We were able to get that score to Zay Flowers, which was a hell of a quarterback and play by Lamar. I mean, the way he was able to shake the defender, avoid the sack, and then fling it 30 yards downfield, that was amazing. At that point, I thought we were in for a great one. And then what next position on the Chiefs' second possession, what do? They march right up back down the field and score once again on our number one vaunted defense. Those type of things, even though it was 14-7, made the game feel like it was 21-7 or 28-7. In the stadium, nobody had confidence that we could get a stop because we didn't show anything that would inspire confidence to make us feel that way. I mean, on third down, we even when we did get some pass rush on third down early on, what did Mahomes do? He danced back there for 30 seconds and just throws, a floater to Kelsey for a first down. I mean, he was doing amazing Michael Jordan-ass shit. It was crazy. It was crazy. And it was disheartening. It was the type of plays that, just sucked the soul out of you. Pause. It was just a unfortunate state of events. And, there's a lot of folks that saying we should have ran the ball more. And, I don't disagree. Even yesterday, we watched the 49ers not abandon their run game. But you know why they don't abandon their run game? Number one, they have a head coach that calls plays, right? So that's a whole different other story. But number two, Christian McCaffrey might be the best running back ever. And if you don't believe that, that's fine. But he's in the conversation, right? We don't have any of those guys. We do have Lamar Jackson. We do have a great scheme. But we don't have somebody that you can just say, you know what, despite everything, that option back there is the best option. Gus Edwards ain't the best option on the field. Justice Hill ain't the best option on the field. So when you're in those situations where you feel like this is going to be a shootout, where you feel like the game is getting out of hand, where you feel like Mahomes is applying pressure, where you feel like the defense can't get a goddamn stop early on, that's what you're going to see. You're going to see pressing, and you're going to see we're going to put the ball in our playmaker's hand, who is Lamar Jackson. When he's the quarterbacks throw. That's kind of how the game went. But even so, even with the running game, the Chiefs did a great job to limit us to 81 yards rushing. Lamar Jackson had 54 of those rushes, right? Rush yards, excuse me. Gus Edwards had a 15-yard run on the touchdown drive we had in the first quarter. But other than that, I mean, everything was run the ball for 1 yard. Everything was run the ball, no gain. It didn't inspire confidence to continue to doing it, especially when you're in a situation that entire first half, the stops just weren't coming in bunches. When we did get a stop, we felt like, oh my God, wow, fourth down, that was an amazing stop. But, that was something to where the Chiefs didn't execute. They should execute better on 4th and inches. They were about to score another touchdown on us. Let's get real about this defense. I'm not about to sit here and act like they played great, because they played like ass. And they forced us to have to force our hand in that regard. Forced us to panic. Now, we didn't have to panic, but it made it easier to panic. I can't make excuses for any side of the football. Defense, even though they settled down in the second half, I think that was more so the Chiefs understanding that, they're struggling to score. We just got to make sure we don't turn the ball over. As long as we don't give them anything, we feel good about things. And when we need to make a play, we'll make a play. I.e., 3rd and 9 with a couple minutes left, or not a couple minutes left. It was less than 2 minutes left in the game. But if we convert that, if we stop them on 3rd down, we get the ball back with a chance to tie the game. You know what they do? They go 32 yards down the field to MVS. When they needed a play, they made the play. I don't think they was worried about our defense at all. They was in cruise control. Know why? Because we were beating ourselves. You know what I mean? We get to the drive in which we had the most promise, where we were gaining our momentum back. Even the what was it, a 55-yard throw to Zay Flowers from Lamar. Even on that play, even when something goes well, it wasn't ideal. Zay Flowers was open 3 seconds before he got the ball. Let me rephrase. Zay Flowers was open 3 seconds before the ball was thrown. That ball was late. That ball floated. He had to stop running and wait for the ball. In that instance, if the ball was properly thrown, if there was more anticipation on the play, he's moonwalking into the end zone. We don't have to worry about a fumble. We don't have to worry about a taunting penalty. We don't have to worry about anything like that. The throw was fucking late. Let's keep it a buck today. Today we're going to be honest.
His eyes was bad. His eyes was bad all game. His eyes was bad for an open drive.
Yeah, it was just. I mean, the throw got there, but it wasn't ideal. Now, mind you, in that situation, could we had overcome? Of course we could. We almost did, But again, we got to talk about Zay Flowers now because he played a hell of a game and had a hell of a rookie season. But let's talk about the immaturity because the immaturity cost us a playoff win. It cost us a chance at the Super Bowl. When you catch that pass, number one, why are you moving east to west? This isn't Boston College, my friend.
He did it. I'm gonna cut you off, but he did the same thing against the Lions, and they told him about it. Like, just go to the. You're supposed to run to the pylon anyway.
After that first juke, I get it. After that first juke, and you get the defender off balance, cut to the pylon. Get as much as you can. All you can get. This is a playoff game. This is a game of yards and inches. He's sitting there worried about trying to get a fucking touchdown. Then you get a taunting penalty. You push somebody down and spin the ball over him. Again, this isn't Boston College, my friend. That is idiotic. You are sitting there taunting while down 10 points to the defending champions. Make it make sense. What are you taunting about?
Undisciplined.
Let's hurry up. Let's think about the next play. Let's keep our head in the game. What are you taunting about? This isn't about you. This is about us. What are you taunting about? You haven't done shit, motherfucker. What are you taunting about? And then, because I'm not done. And then he gets the ball again. Instead of running full speed into the end zone, he dives for the end zone. We didn't see Mecole Hardman last week. We don't think that these players are opportunistic in this type of game to where when you the way he corralled the ball, he ended up with two hands, but it started with one hand, and then he had the ball closer to where the defender trailing him was, then instead of just having it home. Me personally, like, just fall down, bro. Just fall down. If you don't want to take the contact, fall down at the one. We would have first and goal. It was what, second and goal at the 8. Sorry, excuse me. It was second and 7 at the 8. We got the 7 yards. You get down, we can fight and live to fight the next series of downs. And you're at the 1. I'm pretty sure we would have scored in that instance. But my thing is, if you wanted to make up for that taunting penalty and you wanted to be the person that scored, because I could see it in his eyes, he wanted that score. Cool. Go in there like a man. Go in there full speed and take a hit. If you're going in there full speed with the ball on your chest, I don't see too many people stopping you from scoring one or ripping the ball out too. But when you're diving like that, the ball was out recklessly, and that's what happens. Snead said you got to respect the game. He didn't respect the game in that situation, or respect himself or his teammates. You know what I mean? Yes, it's a rookie mistake, but there's been instances this season where Lamar has had to talk to Zay about his immaturity, about some of his things, some of the antics that he does. And again, it's not a huge deal. He's not a bad person, bad player, but some of these things, he needs to come next year with a whole different mentality. But it's not just Zay Flowers. That was just the nail in the coffin, though. That definitely was the nail in the coffin, because the 17-14 game with the defense starting to gain a little bit of momentum is a totally different story than them getting the turnover 17-3 with the ball. That is crazy. That sucked the life out of the stadium. I walked out at that point. It was just ridiculous, and then from there, man, I mean, we didn't have but so many opportunities. That was the one opportunity to really put some pressure on KC, and it felt like from the first minute on that they were applying pressure on us. And they forced us out of our game plan. We couldn't stick to the run when we felt like we were chasing from the first minute on. That's how it felt. It felt like we were in chase mode, and that's what good teams do. When you apply pressure, you force people out their game plans. That's the point. we weren't the aggressive team. You know, they were sitting there kicking our helmets pregame. You know, they was talking about Avenue and Two and Do and Dummy and shit. Like they just came into Baltimore and punked us. And how are we gonna let the Kansas City Chiefs, like from Midwest Missouri, like how they gonna come in here and punk us in our home, bro? That's what happened though. And you know, I guess, you know, great season. On to next year. You know, we'll get them next time. How many times we gonna hear that shit? Y'all ain't sick of that?
Overly emotional.
Yeah. And then we was dancing last week. What was we dancing for? To Key's point about preparation, right? Is our mind on the prize? Are we focused? Are we focused on the totality? I know Lamar said, you know, I'm focused is one game at a time, but motherfuckers was dancing in the locker room. I saw that. Were we dancing yesterday? I didn't see Mahomes and them dancing. But maybe it's because they've been here before and they've done it.
Yeah. I think y'all covered everything well. Tough end, disappointing end to another season. I think Dan Campbell said it best, and I'm sure we'll get there, but the reality is you may not be back here. Like it's tough to get to this point. Like when you get this close to Final Four, bro, like we've seen it historically with the Ravens 2012. They get it done. You get to the AFC title game, it's almost signed, sealed, delivered. But you just don't get this close. Like you don't know what'll happen next year. So when you're there, you got to seize the moment. Time of possession, man. You go and look at it. KC just drained us. Like they literally just they took the life out the stadium.
They got
you
that
can feel
game
it.
plan, bro. That's what it was. It was a stupid ass zone.
That's exactly what it was. And it kept them on the field. It allowed them to extend drives. It allowed them time to make plays. And from that first 3 and out, they just went play for play and play for play right down the field, man. So
that's what it was.
I mean, that's what it bullied the shit out of y'all from kicking Justin Tucker shit out the way.
We got punked
from the beginning. Austin Miller tried to go over there and be tough. They said, "Nigga, get the fuck off our sideline." That's exactly what he did. I was shocked because what's Boogie's fate? What's Zach Randolph's? Hey, where I'm from, the bully get bullied. And I'm shocked because I've never really seen Kansas City play that brand of football. Like you can see Travis Kelce came in this game. I'm going to fuck with them today. I'm going to fuck with them today. It was from jump. I'm going to fuck with them today. You've seen it all game and you on Twitter and you see he's
them niggas was talking all week, yo. Like the little one-liners and all that shit cute, but like when it don't equate to wins.
Ray backed it up, yo.
Talk after the game. I'm all that talking and giving them bullet them. They champs. They don't need
Ray would have killed somebody on that field. Win or loss. Like Roquan he wasn't making enough impact for me.
But just talk about back to the game. It's a little interesting the game where you could tell the Ravens just weren't prepared. You know, at the end of the half, they needed 8 yards to the first down. You blitz and give up the 8 yards. They kick the field goal. And at the end of the game, where they need time to throw. To get the first down, you drop back and let them throw the pass to MVS. Like it's just a little interesting like that where you do stuff like that, you definitely not gonna win. And we ain't seen Mike make bad calls like that all year. You know, he's been decent, but like I said, the offense played bad. But I'm blaming this on a lot of this blame is going to majority go to Mike Down. The game plan was horrible. It was really really bad.
What about Harbaugh though? Like this is he allowed this. It continues to happen on his watch though. Like
it's documented how I feel. I win a Super Bowl. I still want him going. I still want him fired. That ain't change, and it's even more evident now. I mean that they can't. The game plan's got to go through the head coach. So you decided all the film you watch, the game plan. Let's come out here and let's zone Patrick Mahomes and let's do this. Like Tony Romo was saying it from the beginning. He's the best quarterback I've ever seen with moving people to his eyes. He was saying it the whole game, and what they did, they came out there and zoned them, ain't change it. You don't got to wait to halftime to make adjustments. He's clearly just. All the receivers, they was throwing underneath screens, like that works against the zone because you're backing up. Everybody playing the space. So you backing up, they throwing screens, they throwing like they just literally he's floating the ball over Kyle Hamilton. That's only available because you're playing zone. If you playing man, that shit doesn't work. It didn't work the second half because you switch your defense. And I just don't get how you come to, as a head coach and as much as Harbaugh's supposed to know about football. that he came to you with this game plan and you okayed it. Like, yeah, this is what we're gonna go with. That's unacceptable.
They treated him like he was CJ Stroud or something. Like
that's exactly what it was. They played the same type of defense they played against CJ Stroud. Like, you can't do that. If you watch any film as any film of Mahomes, anything where he struggled, whatever, is strictly against man-to-man defense. He's not going to struggle against a cover two. It's not going to happen.
And again, I harken back to those first two drives. I mean, that shit set the tone for the rest of the game. It didn't matter that they didn't put so many more points on the board. They put enough points on the board. We only scored 10. Right. They did what they needed to do, and then they showed that it was how they did it. It wasn't explosive plays. It was methodical. It was okay.
Take what the defense give you.
We lose first and second down. We'll get you on third down, and we'll keep doing it as long as you're giving it to us. That hurts, bro. Like when you, how many times, Keith, did you hear, all right, fans, let's get up, it's third down, and then it was first down. That shit, that shit kills you, bro.
That one where he slithered in the pocket and Clowney was coming up behind him and looked like he was about to strip sack him, and he just like pushed the ball to Kelsey. Bro, that just gut punch. You talk about gut punch. Mahomes, watching him live yesterday, like you see why he is who they say he is, bro. Like he tough. He tough. The kid tough, yo. He tough.
And that's why. Listen, and that's why when you talk about sticking to the run game. Yeah, it sounds good, but when you're playing against somebody that's doing things like that, it can kind of suck you into the point where it's like, yo, we kind of got to match blow for blow. Like it might get at that point in time, it's like it might get surgical.
Yeah, I agree that you can match blow for blow, but you don't have to. You can change your game plan to match blow for blow. You don't have to keep on running 12 to 15 yards down when they playing the type of defense they was playing. Like I said, we said it Friday. I said it Friday. The flats open all game. That one possession we went down the field, he threw 3 straight. All the first downs went to the running back.
So check downs.
Yeah, all the check downs.
The check down was open all day.
That's literally what they was.
Check down in the middle of the field.
And Lamar, he reverted back to the old Lamar where we've been saying for years, you don't check the ball down, and he stopped doing it. And then once he did do it, he threw it to Justice Hill, threw it to Gus Evans the first time, threw it to Justice Hill the next 2 times, picked up about 40 yards on the ground. They literally were not defending the flats. They knew what the Ravens were trying to do.
Let me ask you this. Do you think the return of Mark Andrews had anything to do with the way our offense came out and looked? And I only ask that not to blame anything on Mark Andrews. It's just to acknowledge that he had a broken fucking leg, right?
Yeah, I think
and he's coming back to play playoff football.
Yeah, I think I mean, mainly the main thing is not only did it gave likely less targets. That's the main thing.
That snaps.
And then it took Cole off. It put likely in a position to block, which we know was his weakness. And it took Cole off the field when he should have been on the field blocking. I understand you got your warrior back there, Mark or whatever, but what did he really add yesterday?
And then he didn't look like Mark Andrews. Yeah, like even granted it was a penalty, but the one play Lamar put it on him, ball went right through his hands.
Mm-hmm.
Granted, it got called back for a penalty, but it didn't count. But like he didn't come into the game with anything to.
They say he was.
The thing is that the way the ship was going, the ship was running fine. Like
you threw likely yesterday. What likely do? Break it tackle the first down. Yeah. That's something that Mark wasn't able to do yesterday. All Mark catches was sliding to the ground. And that guy probably due to Lamar. He just threw a lot of bad balls. He wasn't. I don't know. It was the Mahomes factor, and he was trying to match him instead of just playing his own game. Because he was even still
third down screens.
Yeah, exactly. He just wasn't. He just wasn't able to. He wasn't even leaving the pocket when he should have left the block because he was trying to stay in the pocket and throw the ball, and he should have just got out of the pocket and picked up a yard. The yards with the run game, Lamar could have escaped the pocket and ran for more yards yesterday. It was there. He just didn't do it.
There were 2 plays where I felt like he was going to make a house call. That 4th and 1 when he got loose, I thought that was a touchdown or at least a long game. I don't know what's going on. I don't know if he lost speed. I don't know if he was worried about like what was behind him as opposed to what's in front of him. But there was a play also in the second half where I thought he was out of there. I saw nothing but green grass, and he was looking back, looking at the trailing defender. I don't care about the trailing defender. Get loose, Lamar. Get loose.
I mean, but he only had like 2 design runs yesterday. I would have liked to seen him run him a little bit more yesterday. I definitely would have. I think he finished with like 8 rushes.
I thought yesterday was going to be a by any means type of game, and it looked like, we were just.
Now
And
he
then
was still back there dancing in the pocket, trying
we
to
didn't-
find nobody open.
And we didn't talk about the O-line too much, but the O-line was atrocious. The
Terrible.
O-line was horrible. Now, mind you, we didn't run the ball to hide them. We know they weren't
So
the
Villanueva
greatest.
was there.
We know they weren't the greatest pass blocking unit, but god damn. I mean, they lived in the backfield. Lamar was getting pushed. He was getting hit. He didn't have time to throw. And then when he did have time to throw, he was so used to being pressured that he wasn't even making the smart read. When he threw in triple coverage, he actually had better options. The safe it was too deep coverage. The safety took likely. You had Odell on the dagger.
Coming underneath. Yeah, had him put underneath.
And then you had Bateman 1-on-1.
His eyes was bad. I mean, he just started. He reverted back to Olamar. You hate to say it in a game this magnitude, but he was jittery. He was just jittery. His eyes was bad. Like I said, if the Ravens want to get where they need to be, if they want to, he has to be better. It starts with him. I mean, you can forget the game plans. Regardless of game plan, your quarterback still play horrible. So you can't even your coaches don't give you a chance. Give the team a chance to win, and then your quarterback play that way. Regardless what the ending stats were, play bad. Like I said, it was a lot of throws were left there because he was trying to force the ball down the field. Like I said, the Ravens ran one screen to Zay. It got tipped. They ain't go back to it. It was open all day. You throw that out there, whatever, you get that ball out there, Zay Flowers would have took one of the balls to the house. Rashad Bateman would have got 15, 20 yards. It was there. They just mucked and didn't adjust. They never wanted to take the Chiefs. They wanted to, I guess, be so aggressive. What they was gonna try to do what they did all year, play against the Dolphins, try to throw the ball downfield. And this wasn't a type of defense. The Chiefs were trying to keep everything inside the numbers. You throw that screen outside the numbers, you can break them. You can get them. But the Ravens wasn't. They never adjusted offensively. They never did.
And that was a great point, Keeps, because I mean the Chiefs. I mean, we talked about it. We were number one in a lot of metrics. They were number two. I think they kind of deserved a little bit more respect than what we gave them. I think sometimes you got to keep things simple and keep the main thing the main thing. And I don't think we did a great job of that. But even saying that, man, like, this is our identity until further notice. I've seen, Joel Embiid comparisons. I've seen James Harden comparisons. I've seen Doc Rivers to John Harbaugh comparisons. I mean, at this point, it is what it is. You know what I mean?
It's warranted too. I mean, you play bad. I mean, if you can see if he played great and it came down to a last second kick or whatever, it's a different story. But he didn't give the Ravens a chance to win.
So what's next? Like, where do we
go? That's what's next. That's the main thing because I think Lamar can get better. I mean, he got the work determination, work ethic. I see him to get better. We just got to see it. But Harbaugh ain't getting no better. What he gonna do to get better? He's not gonna get any better.
He's not going anywhere. He's not going anywhere.
We need to offer Mike the job and make him a front office person. Seriously,
do some Bruce Arians shit.
You can't keep losing the same way. You're saying the same thing at the games. Like, it's a swan song at this point with John, bro. Like, he didn't reach his potential. Like, he reached his max.
I'm telling y'all, he peaked after the 2012 Super Bowl. Yeah. It's over for you. Like, I mean, he peaked on the 14-2 season. I guess that was the real peak. But you can't be in there dancing the way he was the main culprit in there dancing. You are the leader of the team. You are it's gonna follow you. Like, you in there dance. What do you think the team gonna do? You got to be focused for the fucking. You got to be focused for AFC Championship game. Like, why are you? And it's not like he's a rookie head coach. It's not like he hasn't won a Super Bowl for. What it takes. What it expects to be there. You had leaders like Ed Reed and Ray Lewis in the locker room or whatever. Why are you dancing? Why are you dancing after a divisional round win? It don't matter. It don't matter now. So now you're looking at it, like I said, I don't think this team was prepared. I think they was very indisciplined. I think it was too much talk on the week. I think they was too overhyped, and this is what happens when you get overhyped. Like I said, we said even before the Friday show, even before the when we recapped the divisional round, we came on and we said, it's okay to celebrate one day, but you got a 2-time champion coming in. You got Pat Mahomes coming in. It's not going to be easy, and it proved exactly what we said. They just wasn't ready to play. Like, you spinning out, smacking Mahomes in this smack. What are you doing that for? Clowney running in tone with his helmet. What are you doing that for? Is Van Noy talking back to Kelsey? It's undisciplined. It's shit that we ain't seen all year. So you do shit like that, you deserve to lose. shout out to the Chiefs. We see, Pat Mahomes continue what he doing.
Any closing words?
What is it? 120 minutes more this time instead of my usual 60 minutes. Y'all gave me 120 extra minutes of football. Thank you for that. I appreciate it. You want to go to the NFC, or y'all want to fire some people, or y'all want to save that for what happened to you? Y'all want to fire some people?
I'll draw Harbaugh on a person that need to go. I'm cool. Mike cool.
I'm funeral ready if you want to.
He just made a couple mistakes. No, we can talk about the NFC. I'm ready. I'm ready to break down biting.
Let's talk about a real team.
For real.
Sick of these motherfuckers, man.
San Francisco 49ers get back to the Super Bowl after being down 17 points to the Detroit Lions, winning 34-31. Jared Goff completed 25 passes for 273 yards and a touchdown. Brother Brock Purdy, 20 completions, 267 yards, a touchdown, and a pick.
I mean, this was a good game. I mean,
I don't know which fan base should feel worse, y'all or the Lions fan. Man.
I mean, mainly because I forgot who I was talking to about the game, but the San Francisco 49ers, who knows if they come back if Dan Campbell is not aggressive, but he was aggressive all year, so he had to continue to be aggressive. But he pretty much lost in the game, man. Like you got a chance to go up 27-10. He missed out on 6 points. At the end of the game, in the second half. Granted, Gibbs can't fumble. They got converted, but it's like it's okay on the regular season to be that aggressive. And we talked about a pre-show how he gonna leave everything on there. But you got that first time you got to take them goddamn points. They just scored coming out the half. They scored coming out the half. They got down there. You got to take them points. You match them 3 right there. The half reset right there. But shout out to the 49ers. They proved who they are. They stayed disciplined, like Nick said in the previous breakdown. They stuck with that game plan. They didn't go away from the run. They stuck it there. They was going to be determined to run the ball, and then they just start really throwing the ball to that best player. They start giving Deebo Samuel the goddamn ball, and that's when all the momentum changed. They didn't shy away from it. They were down. They was frustrated. They was throwing helmets. They was talking, but they stuck with it. In a better team, they won the game. The Lions came out on fire, but I think they start smelling themselves a little bit. Dan Campbell, he almost didn't take the field goal the first time in the first half to make it 24-3. He was thinking about going for it then. I think in games like this, you got to settle down. You can't be overhyped. Like, you got to put your play as a head coach. You got to put your best players. You got to put your players in the best chance to win. And I don't think he did that with going from them 4th downs. Granted, Josh Reynolds bum ass dropping balls, but at the same time, you should have been kicking on field goals. So give your team the points. Your defense been holding them down all day. Give your defense points. But shout out to the 49ers. Like I said, Purdy played amazing in the second half. He did well. Christian McCaffrey, Deebo Samuel played well. I'm interested to definitely see the Super Bowl. But I think that I'm not gonna say the Lions lost the game, but Dan Campbell, you got to be better than that. And I understand you're aggressive all year. So you wanted to keep it, but you got to be better than that.
Yeah, definitely. But before I get to the game briefly, I'll just say this is why I never liked the game manager, game changer conversation, because football too much of a team game to put shit on one player. And yes, there are game changers, but you can't change the game, just solely by yourself. And we see how Jared Goff looked. He didn't play a losing football game. He played a good football game. You saw Lamar Jackson, somebody who's the MVP of the league. You know what I mean? Brock Purdy, he played an amazing football game. All season they talked about the 49ers being a front-running team, right? Being a team that can't come back from behind. These last 2 playoff games, what has Brock Purdy done? He's brought his team back. Whatever you want to say about him. I can't say nothing bad about the last pick in the draft flourishing in the NFL. Like, that shit is a great story to me. You know what I mean? And people can say what they want, but he made the NFC Championship and got hurt the first quarter. And then now he's in the Super Bowl. What can you say about that? Nothing. It's nothing. You know what I mean? So fuck all that game manager, game changer shit. Some people, you know what I mean? You just gotta play team football. You gotta play complementary football. You gotta play good defense. You gotta get stops. You gotta make field goals. You gotta run the ball. You gotta catch the ball when it's thrown. You gotta be able, like, you know, even something like Brock Purdy, he had two big scrambles yesterday. I think they both went for like 21 yards. You know, he's not even known for his legs. But what did he do? He made a play when his team needed to make a play. That's what the greats do. You know, and unfortunately, I thought Lamar was going to do a little bit more of that, especially with his legs. But that's another story. You know, as far as 49ers Lions, man, I'm not going to kill Dan Campbell, even though we knew with him, you know, he's liable to do anything. He's a motherfucking wild card. He's liable to go for it on 4th and 9 on his own 13. Like, I don't know what goes through his head, but that's his team's identity. You couldn't change it at this point of the season. But what you can do is not fumble on first down in the 49ers territory. That's what you can do. You could hold on to the ball and not give them easy opportunities to score. That's what you can do, right? I'm not mad at them about to score a field goal and being on their side of the field and then getting a turnover on downs, because then you're still asking the 49ers to drive all the way down the field. What you can do is hold on to the football, though. And that's really what it came down to. The Lions had just as much talent on offense as the 49ers, but I think the difference was on the defensive side of the ball. Now, the 49ers can't stop the run, clearly, but, you know, they have playmakers on that side of the ball. I don't think the Lions, at the end of the day, had enough playmakers to stop, you know, the Debos of the world, the Christian McCaffreys of the world. Once they got going, the Ayuks of the world, he made an amazing play on the football. He wasn't open by any means. It wasn't the greatest throw by any means. But, again, sometimes you got to let your receivers allow you to look right even when you're wrong. That's what great receivers do. We talked about that all season, right? Give your receiver a chance to make you look good. And that's exactly what the fuck he did. 49ers win. Kyle Shanahan stuck to the run. You know, I think he learned from that Atlanta game. It's going to be very interesting to see how he approaches a game versus Mahomes. Does he get sucked into the throw for throw thing? Because a lot of people get sucked into that and think that, you know, it becomes a quarterback contest and you got to prove something, when you just got to, the way to beat Mahomes is just to play your game. If you're trying to go throw for throw with Mahomes, man, he's proven to be an alien. He's proven to be an alien. So now really you just got to stick to what you do best. If you run the ball, give him a steady, put pressure on Mahomes that way. Give them a steady diet of Christian McCaffrey, right? Christian McCaffrey has shown that he's about that life. Ever since he's come into the league, he's been good for 100 yards on the ground and 50 receiving. And if you need him to do a little bit more, he'll give you that too. He'll give you 100 if you really want him to. So, you know, I think that's going to be first, second, and third agenda. Get McCaffrey and Debo the ball in space. Who wins? Who knows? I don't care. My heart is dejected. My feelings are hurt. But good season for the Lions. Going forward, I think their youth plays well for them. Going forward, I think Jared Goff has changed the narrative around his name. Going forward, I think he has the ultimate confidence in himself, and the Lions have the ultimate confidence in him. So, and I think the Lions have ultimate confidence in Dan Campbell, top to bottom. Like, they're not going to stop being who they are. They just got to execute better. On 4th down, if you make one of those plays, maybe the game is different. So, I don't know.
Yeah. We'll be talking about the Super Bowl on the
fuck the Steelers, nigga.
Hey, we both watching it together, like I knew we would.
Welcome to the Sit Your Ass Damn Room. We're all here now.
See, I was going back and forth with myself. Am I gonna put a couch behind me? But I just couldn't pass.
Cancun,
or y'all didn't bring this up. Lamar said, I don't like competing against him. I was going to put that behind me too. I don't know about y'all. I don't want to hear my quarterback saying that.
Yeah, I didn't like that quote, but I tried to act like I didn't hear it.
I saw it and I was hoping one of y'all said it, but yeah, dog, I get the sentiment because that
it was utmost respect. Yeah, but
utmost respect, but keep that shit to yourself. Yeah, keep that shit to yourself. But we're going to go to the first commercial break. Nits and grits. This ad is brought to you by Lavelle Body. Lavelle Body is an all-natural, handmade skin and hair care line for men, women, and children. So if your skin is dry, your hair is damaged, or your beard is having problems connecting, Shop Lavelle Body today at lavellebody.com or DM Lavelle Body LLC on Instagram. Again, that's lavellebody.com or DM Lavelle Body LLC. For a little
Damn, homie.
Let's
In
get
high
into
school,
it.
you was the man, homie. The fuck happened to you? I got
Keith, play the video. I don't know who I got.
What happened to that boy? What happened to that boy?
That's the one time you play our drops, girl. God damn. Start of the season and now. Grand opening, grand closing, huh?
I wish I had a gun like Elmer Fudd. Wow! Right out the air. I mean, of course, y'all are probably gonna have y'all too, but I had to kick it off because y'all really was on y'all shit all season. All season.
Rightfully so. We was a game away, Scope. A fumble away. Damn near.
Hey man. You get
How'd
to
you
the
feel when
party.
we fumbled? Did you laugh?
Oh, I knew it was over. I knew it was over.
Okay.
I knew it was over.
Were you nervous at that point? Like
no,
before?
I was not nervous that whole game. I was not nervous.
I was nervous the whole game.
Whoa.
That was the opposite.
I'm not gonna say nervous, but I'm watching the game, and when they went for it on fourth, I'm like, "Yo, take the points," because this is playoff game, and I was just waiting for like the levee to break, Lamar to make something happen. But it got to a certain point where it was like, "Yo, the Chiefs like, yo, y'all niggas can't do shit." So they literally, one of them drives, they came out ran it 3 straight times. I'm like, yo, what the fuck are they doing? It was just like, yo, we don't even care. Try, keep trying. So no, it was no certain point where I was like, yo, the Ravens are gonna get this. It was pretty much over. But when that happened, when that fumble happened, I said, oh yeah, no, it's over. It's over. And again, welcome. Because I mean, Mason and Lamar had the same kind of performance. That's crazy. And I told y'all Saturday, you're not shaking them demons beating Houston. You're not shaking them demons. That shit did not move the needle.
Did you say Mason and Lamar?
They both threw interceptions in the end zone, didn't they? Who? Ha! Keys, who you got?
I got the game plans. I think that was my narrative. After being good all year, after being good all year, after having detailed game plans all year, after we've been praising Moncton all year, after we've been praising Mike McDonald all year. I think the game plans and the third downs on both sides, the third downs going forward and the third downs defending, I think it was just bad. It was just bad play calling on both sides of the ball. And that's your head coach. That goes directly back to your head coach. I think if like I said, I'm convinced like if the Ravens have a little bit of better game plans, they come out on top. But they didn't. They played horrible. They played right on both sides of the ball. They played right into the Chiefs' hands.
Nick, who you got?
Yeah, I mean, I just picked the Ravens and their execution. It really wasn't nothing to.
Ooh. Oh, damn sure don't want to play that. Hell no, not today.
What happened to that boy?
There we go.
What happened to that boy?
Execution was just poor, man.
Mm-hmm.
Keith, we gotta gonna make this.
Yeah. I mean, we kind of talked about it already. I still feel like there were spots where you could have ran the ball, but I would just say what happened to the run game. 16 rush attempts yesterday. Ties the lowest in the Lamar Jackson era as far as rush attempts for this team. So a team that gives it up, gives the run up. I guess we talked about Buffalo last week gaining 182 yards. We felt like we'd be able to come in and kind of dominate in that sense. But when you let Patty dictate the pace of the game, game plan was out of whack. So yeah, what happened to them?
And that's another thing, yo. Like you see the success Buffalo had just moving the football. Like we struggled to get first downs.
I don't think
we struggled to get a couple yards.
I don't think the game plan was ever to run the ball. That's my problem. I don't think the game plan was ever to run the ball. I think the game plan was to come out and throw the ball the whole game. I don't think the game plan was ever because if you like I said on the first drive, you got the 15 yards with Gus. Gus, you ain't run the ball with him for the rest of the whole game. you ain't run that. You ain't swing that lineman around for the rest of the game. It never happened now one play where they swung that lineman around again. They did it on the 4th and 1. Lamar broke it. They did it on the Gus play, the 15 yards. They never ran that play again. Yeah, I don't think it was in the game plan.
I didn't like starting the game with Justice Hill.
Yeah,
Like,
I mean, if you're gonna
I
start
didn't
him,
like
throw it to him, throw the ball to him. You know, like I mean, you can throw it to him.
like the first drive, we tried to run it up the gut with Justin. I'm like, wait. Why Justice though? Like shouldn't we wear him down with Gus first and then introduce Justice? Like, I'm not saying Justice hasn't been a big part of what we do, but he started the football game.
Right.
And if you feel like Just has to start over Gus, you might as well put Dalvin Cook in, because Dalvin Cook is at least going to give you pass protection.
And he can get 1 yard because he's not going to get wrapped because he don't weigh 100 pounds less than the defensive lineman. You know,
I get Dalvin didn't know the playbook, but damn, he can block.
I mean, and that goes with the game plan. The personnel goes along with the game plan. Like, it was just bad. It was as bad. The coaches let the Ravens down. Granted, a lot of players didn't play well, including your quarterback, but I don't think you put him in the right position.
Before we move on, can I ask y'all, do you guys feel like this is just the start of many opportunities? Because there's a lot of turnover, there's a lot of free agents on the team. Now we do have a good foundation, but there's a lot of uncertainty.
I can't say that with John Harbaugh. I don't think John Harbaugh is going to win here. So as long as he's a quarterback, as long as he's the coach, I don't think that this is the fault. This is the furthest Ravens going to get with John Harbaugh. It's just not going to happen. It's not going to happen.
Yeah, I mean, to answer your question, I mean, I think we can get back, but I mean, what gives me any cause to think it'll be anything different than what I've already seen in these situations over the last 5 to 7 years? I don't know, man. Just we already know it's just football tough, dog. Like, football, it's hard to get to this point. So like, I don't take this for granted to be yesterday in the bank AFC title. Like, it's hard to get here, bro. Like, we ain't been here in since 2012. So like, it's just when you're there, you got to seize the moment. And I don't feel like yesterday they ever fully grasped that moment. I don't. And I think that it all goes back to coaching. Nick, the bank was shaking, bro. Like, all that energy in there, and you let 15 just from the first drive, 15 took all the energy out the building, bro.
And I think that's the underrated part of yesterday. Like, the fans couldn't even get into the game.
I was about to say, let me ask, because it seemed like y'all got quite quick. Like, how quick was it? Like,
bro, the first drive.
They walked us down. They walked us down.
I mean, we watched it on TV. What was wrong? No, granted, what was Romo saying about the defense? What was Romo saying about that goddamn zone all day? First half. What was he saying?
He was baffled. He was like,
why are they playing this?
Why are you doing this? He was like, why are you doing this?
And then what was he saying on what was he asking Lamar to do in offense?
Run?
Not run, but throw it to the running backs. Yeah. Throw it to the running backs. He was asking, throw it to the running backs the whole game. Please throw it to the running backs. It's open. Throw it to the running backs. They never did it.
Yeah.
Yo, the running backs in the middle of the field was wide open all game.
Never did it.
So going forward, I think that's one thing or two things that I want to see. I want us to see us hit the offensive line market, whether it's draft, free agency. We have to get better at the tackles. We have to get better inside. We do have I don't know what Zeitler's future is, but he was very steady. Linderbaum steady, but John Simpson trash. Ronnie Simpson. I might as well call him Ronnie Simpson, but Ronnie Stanley. Don't want to say the trash word, but underwhelming and overpaid. Morgan Moses, trash, a 2-pack of ass. So we got to do something about the O-line because Lamar was so shook back there. Even when he got time, he wasn't looking at the field the way he was supposed to. And then we got to get a guy back there at running back. I'm tired of the running back by committee. I'm tired of the underwhelming talent back there. And it's not to say that they're not talented. It just says when you have a Christian McCaffrey, it's a little different. Like at this point, most teams in the league have a guy. Right. And they say running backs are so plentiful. It's easy to find running backs. Well, everybody has a guy. You know what I mean? For the most part, we don't have a guy. That's why, you don't know who's going to get the ball at what moment because we're sitting there trying to do a committee. At least other people's committees make sense. When the Saints had Alvin Kamara and Mark Ingram, it made sense because they used them in situational roles. Jahmyr Gibbs and David Montgomery, that made sense. But you know what? They had to use a high pick on Jahmyr Gibbs because that's talent right there. And they still paid David Montgomery in the same offseason. We over here trying to do it the cheap way with Justice Hill and Gus Edwards. Like, yo, we got to get a guy back there that inspires confidence. Now, mind you, the plan was to have J.K. Dobbins, but we put our eggs in the J.K. Dobbins basket when we knew he was injury prone.
Yeah.
So it's like, and then again, this is looking back. We also had Keaton Mitchell too. If we had Keaton Mitchell, maybe things is different. We got unlucky there, but again, we had our eggs in an undrafted rookie basket that had injury concerns, prior in his career. Not saying that he doesn't have a bright future. It's just saying that's what it is. So maybe we get a guy to compliment Keaton, or Keaton is the compliment to another guy. I don't know, but we got to get a guy back there because there's never a situation where you should feel like you out of the game and you can't run the football with Lamar Jackson. It's just these guys weren't explosive enough. And they bring different skill sets. Justice Hill's explosive. He can catch, but he can't pass block. That's a problem. Mm-hmm. Gus Edwards, he can run north and south, but he can't catch. The greatest. You don't want to see him in the going out for routes, but so much. So they have specialized talents. We need a guy that can do everything.
You speak on the running back situation. How about wide receiver?
Good point. Jose, he's a Jose.
Well, outside of Zay, because he's a rookie. Yeah.
So he's going to be that guy. We got Andrews, so that's a good start. You got Bateman coming up his 4th year, hasn't shown shit. He's shown flashes, but 4th year. I mean, that 5th year option is coming up. That's going to be important. Do you trade and try to get something for him? Does he demand a trade and want to take his painted nails elsewhere? If I was him, I would maybe want to trade. I would want to reinvigorate my career. And he knows Zay's the guy here, so he's not going to climb him on the target ladder. So obviously Odell, if he would like to come back cheaply, I'm more than okay with that. But if not, let's find a vet. Let's find a vet that can come in and that's steady. The Mike Evans of the world. If Keenan Allen becomes available, those type of guys, I wouldn't mind seeing that. At this point, I don't want to draft a wide receiver early. That's for sure. I would like to not running back early, but running back, O-line, D-line, those are the type of things, or cornerback too. We definitely need a fucking corner. Jesus Christ, we need a corner because I'm sick of seeing Arthur Mollett in coverage.
Yeah, I could have told you about that one.
You did tell us about that one.
Yeah,
you did, and boy, were you right. Yeah. Boy, were you right.
Yeah, you don't let people go, and then when they sign with the okay, cool, you sign with our rival. Fuck it, cool, we don't care. All right, a little bit of basketball.
That's the second time you sold us damage. Third time you pretty much sold us damage. I'm gonna include Le'Veon in that too, because I don't acknowledge him as a.
No, because y'all got.
No, we ain't taking out.
No, y'all got him from the Jets. Y'all didn't take our Le'Veon. He had some stink on him. He even played for the Chiefs. Like he played for the Jets, the Chiefs. Y'all took that Le'Veon, not my Le'Veon. Hell no. And then I told you about Big Al too. Yo, Big Al.
You told us about Alabama Al.
Yeah.
Protected America more than Lamar. That shit crazy. He got paid to protect him.
Yeah. And then Al was talking shit about, man, fuck Al. Basketball, before we get up out of here, Keys, I got a question for you. Can Doc Rivers fix the Bucks defense?
Yeah, he can, but they're still gonna lose. He can't call offensive set to save his life, so that's not gonna matter. I mean, they're gonna get knocked out eventually. He could definitely make them play better defense, but unless they gonna keep the same offense, but he can't run. Doc offense can't run. You can't do anything offensively. Nothing. Zero.
Doc said he wouldn't wish this on anyone.
What, getting another job?
It's going to be a challenge.
After failure. Like, I wish, man, he got white privilege.
What you talking about?
Doc got white privilege.
Got Giannis and Dame and Middleton. Doc, please shut up.
That's a quote by Doc. I'm just quoting Doc.
Doc is a clown.
That's a recent quote?
No, he said that. He said that.
He said it. He's a clown.
At his first press conference, Rivers admitted it's great to be back.
I wouldn't wish this on anyone coming in the middle of the season trying to fix
I've never done this. I wouldn't wish this on anyone. It's going to be a challenge.
So you could have just stayed sitting next to Doris Burton, nigga.
That's what I'm saying. You coming back because you got Giannis, you got Dame, and you got a good chance to win the championship. Don't play them games with us. No.
Yeah, you ain't have to take that job.
That's pretty good.
He's hedging his bet early. He hedging that bet early.
Exactly.
I told y'all this was going to be tough. This first round exit is not my fault.
Yo, it's crazy. That is crazy.
Wild. That's wild. Y'all got anything with the NBA before we get up out of here? I know it's a tough day. Tough day for y'all.
A lot of
Y'all got any-
scoring. A lot of
Yeah, we
scoring.
talked
Yes.
about a lot of scoring.
A premium. It's
I will say
That
we
Lakers
got-
Warriors game was good. My bad, Nick. Go ahead.
no. Lakers Warriors game, two overtimes, right?
Yeah.
double
Bron made
overtime.
his free throws at the end. Curry ripped his jersey.
Yeah.
Draymond
That
was
was good
happy as shit.
basketball.
His team won, so it was interesting to say the least.
he was wild in that game.
Yo, he was wilding, yo.
Draymond was. Draymond
Yeah,
was.
Draymond
What was he
wild.
doing? I ain't watched the game. What did he
Man,
Draymond.
matter of fact, y'all need him in the offensive line.
You saw what he
He
said to
said a
Vanderbilt?
moving screen. I say, yo,
They ain't call it though, did they? I saw the highlight. They ain't call the movie screen at the end of the game, did they? Or they called that one?
I don't think they called it.
Mm-mm.
But that shit was clear as day.
What did he say?
That
to
shit. Then he smacked the shit out of AD.
Yeah.
Smacked the shit out of AD.
That should have been a flagrant, bro. That should have been a
Yeah,
flagrant.
something wrong with that man, yo.
Yo, he's unhinged, yo. I don't know what's going on with him. Like he smacked the shit out of Jordan Poole, and it's just been like, all right, yo.
And I'm gonna need this boy Joel Embiid to play in Denver. I'm gonna need him to stop ducking. They say he's ducked the last 4 matchups in Denver.
2019. Yeah.
And it's
What he got like the Ryan Clark syndrome? Is that why he keep not playing?
Hey, yo.
He's scary. He listen. He don't got the Ryan Clark syndrome. He's scary. That's what he is.
he's too in tune with like what people are saying. Like he knows that Embiid versus Jokic is a thing, and you
Big
can
money.
you can come out in Philadelphia, but you don't want to come out in Denver where Jokic got the advantage. That's the whole point of playing in
that air, man, yo.
that
shit
air.
crazy.
Yeah, that shit
Just
get
score
different.
70, man. Get on the court. Get your bum ass.
Just
on
get
the
on.
court. Just score
Just
70.
give us a
Get out
show,
there.
man.
Just get out there.
I mean, it's going to be interesting, though, that you say that because, I mean, obviously the league didn't instill these new rules now where you got to play this minimum number of games to even qualify for these
I think he got-
postseason awards.
He got 5 games left.
So
5 games.
he don't got many games left, and they say Halliburton don't got that many games left either.
No, Halliburton wasn't winning MVP.
How y'all feel?
I'm just, but even for all, even for first team awards, that still apply, right?
I got
That's for
questions.
any type of
y'all.
award, like first team and all of that.
I don't
How
like
y'all
that
feel
rule.
about Dame starting over Brunson in the All-Star game? You
I
think
don't
it's
like it.
legit?
I like it. Me personally.
Like it?
Well, I know what Dame is in the All-Star game. I don't know because
It's an
I don't
All-Star
want Jalen Brunson. It's an All-Star game, and I don't want Jalen Brunson to give me Kyle Lowry vibes.
You don't want nobody backing you down and all of a sudden.
Yeah.
You know, this is his first time starting an All-Star game. So
He
in
finally
that
got out
sense,
that West.
in that sense, I think he deserves it. Like his career deserves at least one All-Star starting nod. Now Jalen will have his time. I believe Jalen will have his time. But you know,
got away from Steph.
and you know, statistically it is Brunson, but the Bucks are a better team. You know, and we always like give it to the teams with the best. Like they was trying to talk up Derek White becoming
Derek White, yeah. Reggie Miller was trying tough. Reggie Miller was trying. Yo, Derek White should be an All-Star because his team is
So
winning.
if Derek White is like, I can see Dame starting the game. You know what I mean?
Derek White is
he's a superstar.
Derek White, stop.
Derek White is crazy.
Derek
White. But that's when people say
crazy.
When people say
Pilo wanting to be like him.
But that's when I get mad when people try to include Draymond in some of these all-time conversations. It's like, he's a part of a good team. I get you. He's a great player he's a great role player on a great team.
Right.
Derek White is a great role player on a great team, but that don't mean he's greater than some of these other niggas that's up here averaging 25 a game.
You know, we can't Atlanta Hawks.
No.
I forgot what year was that Atlanta took the whole starting lineup. And we
Paul
can't
Millsap, bum ass.
Yeah, no, we can't
Kyle
do Paul
Korver.
Millsap and Kyle Korver, and no, we're not doing that. Jeff,
Jeff
they sent the whole starting lineup to the All-Star.
And then Braun sweep
Al
them niggas.
Horford,
And then Braun swept him.
Al
Braun
Horford,
swept
yeah,
him.
that's
Nah.
Easily. Braun said, get out of here. Like that was
Braun was hitting threes from the corner and shit like that. That shit was
Off the backboard from the corner. Yeah, get the fuck out of here. Nah. Yeah, like you said, Jalen, you'll get your turn, but Jalen give me Kyle Lowry All-Star vibes. Like,
so who the East starters?
Halliburton, Dame, Giannis, Embiid, and Tatum.
Okay. And then the
I
West
mean-
is what? Braun, Carey, Doncic.
Curry not
starting.
shot.
No,
Oh,
Shaq.
Carey not starting?
No,
Nah,
Oh,
Shaq.
shit. Oh, they gave. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
And everybody was mad. Like, yo, are y'all
Okay.
seeing this nigga in OKC? Who the fuck are you talking? Like, yo,
I just figured it'd be Carey because I know how that fan vote go. And I know how
The fans finally got it right this year.
fans got it right. This,
Shout
yeah,
out
I'm
to
not
Shaq.
mad at this.
But now is fan vote, coach vote, and media vote mixed into one algorithm
okay,
or
yeah,
score
so-
per se.
Damn.
They probably did win the
Yeah,
fan
you
vote,
can't
but
deny
but the media and the
Mhm.
coaches was having this shit. Like
So it's Shea, Braun, Doncic,
KD.
KD
KD.
and
and
Jokic.
And Jokic.
Oh, Jokic. Yeah, big joke.
And I know Joke just won't go back to Serbia. No, he tired of playing in these.
Didn't they go back to
fucking
East versus West?
Yeah. It's back to East versus
Yeah.
West.
Mhm.
Niggas was getting their feelings, her getting them teams picked.
Yeah, you don't want to pick last. Yeah, hell yeah.
Niggas was getting real tender.
Like, yo, you niggas pick me
Tender as
last.
I don't know what. Niggas picked Jokic last. Like, come on, man.
Mhm. He had to
I
learn.
mean,
He had to learn him.
Had to learn him, but yeah, that's why he won that championship. But he ain't an all-star game player either.
Nah.
That ain't him. And he done said it like, yo, I don't want to play in these games, dog. Like, just let me go home and play with the horses. All right.
They right before you move on, Sabrina. I don't know her. Sabrina and
Ionescu.
Steph Curry. Yeah, Ionescu
yeah.
and Steph Curry gonna have a 3-point contest.
I think I like that.
That might be kind of dope. Like,
I like and integrate the WNBA. If y'all really want them to get some eyes on them, we not gonna watch their all-star game alone. So just bring them over here. If we get some eyes, like, yo, shorty nice. And you might want to flick the light.
I mean, she got ratchet.
Watch
too,
them
so
play.
It should be fun. She got ratchet. She could shoot.
Yeah. But I think they should do that more often. They should.
I mean,
do
they
that
should
more
do it both ways. Like the 3-point chant for us should go play their 3-point chant. I mean, it should be like a little, grow the game.
Well,
If that's what they're really trying.
often. Yeah.
to do.
A little misogyny going
They
on.
all be sitting courtside at these
put 'em-
games
put them in
anyway.
the skills competition. now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just bust their ass real quick and let them know.
Yeah.
We equal.
No, we're not.
sending every shot.
Chill,
All right, let's get out of
chill,
here.
chill.
Oh,
Brand activations, business openings, recently engaged or any life event that deserves a celebration. Start planning with Penn Jones Events. Owner and principal planner Paige guarantees a fun and stress-free planning experience, managing every event aspect, including budgets, timeline, vendor negotiations, event design, and more. Penn Jones Events is a full-service wedding and event planning company based in Maryland. We curate extraordinary events tailored to you. Let's start planning today. For a free 30-minute consultation, visit ppjevents.com.
boy, I enjoyed this show.
You took it easy on us. I'm happy. Like you let us live a little bit, yo. I was expecting dangerous score. I was scared.
Skull don't know. Skull don't even know what it felt like to play this late in January. He ain't got shit. He ain't got
2016, the last time. But like you said, it's tough getting back. So I will watch how you talk.
Who was your 26 game against?
Tom Brady.
Tom Brady. Yeah.
26.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you know you can't beat him.
Yeah.
You know y'all can't
Back
beat
to
him.
AFC Championship game. Yeah.
I thought it was.
We can't say
Nah.
that. We beat him before, but
Yeah, Brady
digress.
ain't never scared us.
I digress. We used
Niggas
to have
was
him on the
like,
floor.
we was
We used to have him
licking out
on. We used to have him battered and bruised.
Any OC talk, Skull, after Zach gone? Who the favorite?
What y'all do against Ben in the playoffs?
Huh?
We beat him in Pittsburgh. We beat him in Pittsburgh. I know that much.
Yeah, I know we beat y'all to go to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, we beat him in Pittsburgh. So we got that W. We
There's
cool.
Ben right there. You see Ben?
Was that the 6 touchdown game?
You see Ben? No, I don't know. That's the game.
Crazy because like I saw that little tweet that when they said that Ed Reed and Ray Lewis is gonna be at the game. Who
I
can
needed
stop
them to
this
play.
duo? Yeah, for real. I saw Terrell Suggs come out and they was acting like that was renegade for us. So like, nah, nigga, he ain't suiting up. That's different. OC talk. We lost Zach Robinson. I told y'all that last show that where he was going. I knew that. That was given. Clint Kubiak. That's who I got my eyes on. Clint Kubiak. And if
interviewed him yet?
Nah, they got weight.
Oh, true.
Yeah, he went 49, so they got weight. But they taking Gerard Johnson serious, and
Where
they
he
put so
from?
much- he from Houston, and CJ Stroud said he was instrumental in his coming up. He been coached by him since he was 16. Quarterback guy. Now, for some strange reason, some strange reason they want to give Kenny Pickett another fucking chance, then you need to go get somebody that can coach up.
You don't want to give him another chance, go?
No, I don't.
You done with him? Okay.
Yo, the AFC Championship game just had Pat Mahomes and Lamar Jackson. And every time, and Lamar Jackson's him, but every time he played Pat, and every time Pat played Josh, and I'm looking at those quarterbacks like, damn, I wish I had him. And I'm stomping into these fucking matchups with Kenny and Mason. It's different. It's different. So it don't matter what OC we get, we need a quarterback, a real one.
I'm not totally convinced y'all believe that.
I don't think Nick.
I think y'all
it's smoke and mirrors.
saying, yeah.
I think it's smoke and mirrors just in case we got to move.
Just in case you have to have him.
You got to, and in case you got to have him, got to keep his confidence up. But if we got to move one, we can't go out there and say, yo, these niggas trash, because we ain't going to get shit for them. And if we don't land a quarterback and we got to bring them bums back, yeah, baby, we love you. I love you. Your macaroni good.
Nasty as a motherfucker.
Yeah. Even though you make it out of a box, I still think it's great.
Not the craft.
So yeah. Man, them niggas store brand macaroni and cheese at this point. But that's how I feel. I want Clint, but if you're sticking with these quarterbacks, then you need a quarterback, guys. So Gerard Johnson clearly is getting a vote of confidence from CJ Stroud, who, for what it's worth, it is CJ Stroud. We don't have him, but sure, let's take his word for it. But today was great. Y'all were more composed than I thought. I was going to let y'all live. So, job well done for both. Appreciate everybody that listens live. All of y'all are great.
2019. We came in here in 2019. We was a mess.
No, y'all was fucked up back then. Y'all was fucked up back then. Y'all
we
were
used to this shit
better.
now, man. We all seasoned with this shit now, man.
Mature now.
Listen, I ain't even get sassy. I said, you know what? I'm just gonna cut that.
Yo, I saw a lot of fans like outside of the dumb ones that was burning Lamar jersey. I should have gave y'all what happened, because y'all are phony. Like that's trash.
That was clown behavior.
But I saw a lot of people that I know, like no ball, was like, yo, I'm like surprisingly calm. And it speaks to your point, Keith. Yeah. You're used to what you used to. Like me. You lose in the first round? You lose in the first round? Oh, shit.
And you know you left a lot. And you know you left a lot of shit out there, like uncharacteristic shit. Like I ain't taking enough away from the Chiefs, but you like, yo, come on, yo, like niggas from the 1 fucking yard line, smacking Mahomes in his goddamn face at the end of the half. Like, what the fuck are y'all doing? Like y'all want to lose this game?
Yeah.
I ain't gonna. If they ain't playing with that hard out there, what the fuck I care? Like, I'm watching the damn NFC Championship game. I don't care.
I got another game to watch. Y'all are done, but I got another game to watch. I can keep watching these. To all the listeners out there that talk shit about me during this season in the comments, Phil Smith.
Damn, Smith. Yo, shout out my
I know you're listening.
Hey, yo,
this is special. Philip Smith. This is for you. I hope you enjoyed this episode. I hope you enjoyed my background. I hope you enjoyed that game yesterday. And when I see you, we gonna talk, and don't run away from me. Because last time I seen you, you was talking shit. I saw you at the market. And you was like, yo, give it up to us. We nice.
Man, Phil. I hate to have to be you, Phil.
Yeah. Hold your head, Phil. Hold your head, bro.
Nah,
I got you, Phil.
Fuck that. And all the rest of y'all that was in them comments. Welcome to Cancun. Welcome to the couch. We will watch this Super Bowl as a family.
How the margaritas here, Scott?
After current events with my health, I have no idea.
My bad.
It's all good. It's all good. I drink a lot of water. The water's perfect. It's like Fiji. It's clear. Keep your pH balance right. Yeah, man. It's great. It's great.
Not too salty.
Electrolytes.
Not too salty. The hips on the hula girls are fantastic.
That's the first thing he went to go see.
I told you I was at the party, right? What I say? All right.
Oh man.
Appreciate everybody that listens live, everybody that checks out the podcast. If you view us on YouTube, don't run away because football's over. We about to talk about baseball a lot. A lot.
Basketball,
Spring
right?
and basketball. Spring training's coming. We got basketball talk. I'm sure we're gonna line up interviews. Trust me, we're gonna hold y'all down. We're not gonna talk about the Cowboys and shit all year. That's not what we do over here, y'all. We new to y'all, so
We ain't one dimensional.
we're not one dimensional. We're not one dimensional. When we do lists, they're great lists. Still great content to watch. So come on back. Keep commenting, keep subscribing. We'll be back on Friday. Same place, same time. Until then, stay safe and be blessed. We out.